Hi, it's great to be part of this conference, and today I would like to talk about co-create the future of your profession and how an agile mindset empowered me to found the right UX team. Am I the right person to found the UX team? That were exactly the words that came into my mind when I saw the chance and also the need to found a UX team. I was not sure if I'm the right person, and I also was not sure if I have enough experience or I can do it. Hopefully, you will get an answer to that question at the end of my talk. So first of all, I would like to start to introduce myself. So my name is Daniela Hellmann. Everybody calls me just Dani, and I'm a UX designer at Cloudflight. Today, I want to share my story of how I found a UX team. Let's talk about the company where I'm working. So I work for Cloudflight, I think for 2.5 years, and we design, build, and operate tailor-made software together with our customers to build their digital business and to grow the digital business. So I thought it would be quite interesting to know kind of the size of our company. So we are around 400 employees at the moment. We are distributed through 17 locations, and yeah, we already implemented more than 600 successful software projects, and we have more than 13 years of experience. If you want to know more about the company, just check out our website. You find all the information there. And if you have questions, you can, of course, also ask me. So, how did my journey started? So, the beginning of my UX passion was in my study times. I studied media technology at the University of Applied Science, and I did there my bachelor and my master. But actually, it was more like a happenstance. I wanted to become a developer first, but yeah, things go different, and now I'm here. I also did my master thesis in human-computer interaction, and I worked in the research group and collected my first working experience there. It was really nice. And then in January 2018, I started as the first full-time UX designer at Cloudflight. So at that time, we were around 70 employees in Vienna, I think around 200 employees in total. And at that time, we were not sure if there's enough work for me. So I just started with one project, but within just 2 months, I had several projects, and it was so nice. I worked with many project teams, with many development teams, and tried to create an understanding and an awareness for the UX topic. I implemented various UX methods and tried different techniques, but it was more on a project level, I would say. And then in October 2019, it's not so long ago, there was a time when I recognized that it's time to form a team. It's time to form a UX team. And here we go. That's how we started as a UX team. We were 3 people and we're super enthusiastic about forming our team. Before the time, we were very focused on our projects and to have successful projects and create awareness in the projects. But I would say we didn't work together in a structured way. Of course, we shared some knowledge shares and some experience, but yeah, why? Why did we found our team and why was it so important for us? That was exactly the questions we got asked so many times at the beginning. And here I want to show you some of the reasons. First of all, to balance our workload. So there were times when we were really busy and we did not know who can take over new project requests. And what was really important for us was to get a better overview on our projects, on the requests, and also on the resources. And also, we wanted to align and define our processes. We wanted to build a shared understanding within our team, but also in the whole company. And we wanted to define how we would like to work together, especially in the future. Learning from each other was also very crucial for us. So to share our knowledges, to share our experiences, and also our best practices. And of course, we wanted to push and develop UX within the company. So to create awareness, to bring UX to the next level, and also to bring UX in every offer we have was a super important step for us. And I wanted to put this on one slide because it's so essential for us. We care for each other and we also tackle challenges together. And yeah, we had a lot of challenges. We still have some. And here I will present some quotes we got, especially at the beginning. And the first is, we just need some UX hours upfront. But for us, in reality, it's super important to be part of the whole project, to be part of the whole development process so that we can get feedback from developers at the beginning to get technical input. And on the other hand, that we can give input later on, we can test the application, that we can involve the users and the customers in the whole process. Isn't UX the same as UI? A classical one. So we also got this wrong very, very often, and we still have a bit the challenge that we are a bit, I would say, focused on visual things. But yeah, we want to have user involvement in the whole life cycle of software development. So to have user research at the beginning and then feasibility testing and so on. We would need UX support tomorrow. So we got requests on very short notice, and it was sometimes really impossible to plan our requests, to plan the need of UX and so on. And we also got often the question or the statement, we just need some screen designs. Screen designs are fine. We don't need the other stuff. So also here, the big focus on the visual thing. Someone who can take over a UX project or task, and we often had to say we don't think so because we were really, really busy sometimes. A question that we asked was, is UX already calculated in the project? And we got the answer not, or not yet. So also here, it was important to get UX into the offers, and so to cover the whole budgeting stuff and topic. Also a classical one, we already know what the user needs, and when we asked, have you already talked to them? We often got the answer no. And all these quotes showed us that communication is the key. So we really try to make problems and challenges transparent. We try to communicate really honest and show how we work, what's important for us. We explain our perspective, and we also would like to share our knowledge. And especially internal, but also external. And that's also why I'm holding this talk today. And now I want to come to the point where I would like to share how we did it and what we learned from the whole process. So, first of all, it does not need to be perfect. It's just important to do the first step. And this is so important for me because often people, or also I have to include myself, we do overthink stuff, but it doesn't need to be perfect. And we define together our process in an iterative way, and it's really not important how this UX process works. It's just how what we came up with. but we defined it in an iterative way, and we defined it in several workshops, and it really works well for us at the moment. But this does not mean that it will also work perfectly in the future. So if we came to the point that we say it's not what we like at the moment, then we can just change our process. And this is how we work together at the moment. And these are essential things for us that worked out really well. And the first thing is we have a weekly, it's remote. It's kind of a UX sync where we discuss the project requests, where we talk about news and updates, and everybody can ask for help. What I really like is our new concept. We call them design reviews. So we have some feedback sessions on designs in smaller groups or in a one-on-one, and it's so valuable because you get a lot of feedback and there's so much knowledge exchange, and you get a new perspective on things. And that brings me to the next point. So we really have a lot of knowledge sharing. We collect resources. We have a lot of book recommendations, for example. We have some templates for designs, for interviews, usability tests, and so on. We have a lot of discussions, and we also organize, I would call it discussion rounds. So for example, one is planned for the next week or in 2 weeks. It will be about agile UX, and we also quickly share new trends or not things we found on the internet in our chat. What I can really recommend is doing retros. To have retrospectives can help to improve the process. We have them one per month or one per 2 months, and it really brought our UX team to the next level and still does it. So we really honestly communicate things we like, things we don't like, things we would like to change, also our expectations and what's going on in our team, what's going on in the project. So I can definitely recommend this. And we now have a project management together. So we handle all our requests in our weekly. We also have a board with tickets and with all our projects listed there. And we discuss it together. We discuss what possibilities do we have, who would be a good fit, who can take it over, is someone interested in a task or a project. And these things worked out really well for us. Second one is create a vision. And it's really important to know where your path should lead you. Recreated our vision, and our vision is to be as good at UX as we are in the field of software development. So our company is already well known in the software development field, and that we create good quality applications and software, but we are not known in the UX community, and that's why we want to have UX as an essential part of every project that we have. Passion keeps you motivated, especially in hard or challenging times. And yeah, I also had, of course, some challenging times. It's really personal, but I would like to share my challenging times and my thoughts on that with you. So there were moments when I had doubts, and it was quite frustrating sometimes and quite hard for me. And the first thing or the first time when doubts came over me was the first UX team announcement meeting, because it didn't meet my expectations. I think I cannot go into detail on that point, but yeah, I was not so happy at the end. There were really stressful times in which nobody could take over UX tasks in projects, and we really did not know how we can how can we handle the situation and how can we go through this. But we did, so that's the good part of it. I had sometimes the feeling that the effort didn't got recognized, and also that was frustrating for me. There were moments when I longed for more support. For example, when the need for more UX experts was not understood at the beginning. And I don't know, this is one thing that I really struggled with. Maybe some of you know that or have experienced something similar. So a few people gave me the feeling that I'm not tough enough for a leadership role, or that I don't have the right personality or leadership style. And yeah, I really thought a lot of nights and a lot of times about that. And every time I do something for the first time, I also have some doubts because I'm not sure if I'm doing things right, if everything will be fine in the end. And yeah, there's just some insecurities. And what I want to say is these are just some moments, and these will you will go through them, and you can solve anything. For every problem there is a solution, and please don't give up. All these things are totally worth it, and some also make you a bit stronger or tougher, but please don't give up. One thing I also want to share or communicate is find people that support you, because it helps in so many ways, and it also helps to go through the hard times. And here I just want to show some of the people in the company that helped me a lot, that supported me on my path. And yeah, I think sometimes it was just a talk, sometimes it was, I don't know, just sharing some thoughts and some things. And I'm really thankful for all all the nice talks we had together. So thank you. There is not one right way. This is also one thing that I learned. So you just have to find your right way. And why this is so important for me to say is, I sometimes have the feeling that people think there is just one way to achieve a goal, or one perfect leadership style, or yeah. But I think everyone can do it. Everyone has to find his own way to achieve things, and everyone can push topics that are important for the person. One of my last points is to enjoy and celebrate the success. So there will be the moment when you see and recognize success, and then be proud, be thankful, and be happy for it. I have listed some of the achievements we have, or some of the things we achieved so far. So our team is growing. We have now 7 UX enthusiasts in our team, and we will have 3 interns this summer for the first time. We get more and more UX project requests. I think at the moment it's around 3 to 5 new requests per month. We already see that we created awareness and also created a shared understanding. So we see that the knowledge is spreading, that the success and also our story is spreading. And it's so great to get positive feedback, to see that we have impact, and to really see and feel the change. So it's definitely time to celebrate. And here we go. That's the team now. We are a distributed team. So that's one of the screenshots of our calls, of our weeklies. Nikita, for example, she's working from Cluj in Romania. We have people that are working from Linz. And yeah, hopefully we will grow more and will be more distributed in the future. It's really nice, and I enjoy every call that we have. And it's just the beginning of our journey. So let's see where the journey will take us. And what I want to say in the end is have courage, try and learn. And thank you for listening to my talk. Let's stay in touch. I would be really thankful to receive feedback from you. If you have some questions, just ask them. And if you know other people you would like to hear my story, I'm happy to speak at other meetups or events. So thanks a lot. And yeah, have a nice day and enjoy the other talks. Bye.
Thank you so much. Come on, Daniela, let's start our Q&A. Hi, there you are.
Hey, yeah, here.
Hi. Hey, let me tell our audience that this was your first ever talk at the conference.
Yes, that's true.
Wow. I wouldn't have known it. How do you feel?
It's fine at the moment. I think wouldn't it have been online? I think I would be more nervous, so in front of a big audience. But it's fine. I hope, or hopefully, we can do this in the future. So in the real world. But for the first time, it was really a great experience.
That's true. This lack of audience makes everything a little numb.
Yeah.
But well, let's start with some questions, I would say. So first of all, let me thank you really from my heart that you went so personal, that you really told how you felt during the whole process of building up the team. I guess it can't be taken for granted that every company allows an employee to be so open with telling that on stage. I think that's cool. Talking about that, you did mention a lot of the difficult moments that you had during this building up phase, and you mentioned that you had to overcome some difficulties, and you gave this example when the UX team announcement meeting took place, and it kind of wasn't what you were expecting. So what I wanted to know is, I guess that a lot of our audiences can relate to that, because it often happens to you that you are passionate about something at work, and you actually do get the support from your colleagues, you get the support from your management and from the company at all, and then it's about to start, and then you're suddenly like, so it just didn't turn out the way you wanted to. My question is there any recommendation from your side how you can overcome such situations and how you can still stay focused on the thing you want to do?
Yes, I think everybody knows such moments where you want to drive something and then you bring the topic up and then it's a bit different than expected. I think the most important thing is really to communicate. So on the one hand, to really ask or also to share expectations, or also share then some doubts and why it was not as expected, because sometimes in the end there is just a different perspective, or there's already a story that happened, or someone made some experience and so on. So understanding the other person or other persons understanding a different perspective can really help also to then push the topic in a bit different direction or give it a other try. And yeah, I think it's just important to stay motivated. Don't take it personally. It's yeah, see it as a thing you can grow and where you can learn something from it. And it also really helps to just talk about it with colleagues, talk about it with family and friends. So they have some really great advices, and maybe someone of the people can help you to also push the topic, or yeah, just can be like a moderator in some situations. So this can really help. And yeah, just be happy, be thankful for the chances you get, and stay motivated, stay driving the topics also in the difficult times, because it's worth it, and you can do it, and maybe sometimes it just needs a bit of time, but in the end everything will be fine.
Apropos not taking things personally, I think that's a really good advice. You mentioned that you received the question or this saying like, isn't UI UX the same? I know that people tend to think it's the same. What do you respond to these people? How do you deal with it? How do you stay calm? Like telling them the fifth or second time.
I take always the chance to explain our whole UX process. So most of the time, just people don't know the topic so good, or have made experience. I also have the feeling in project where we already included, there is a great understanding, so you can see what is the impact also of involving the user, for example. And yeah, I just start explaining, so sometimes nobody can stop me then, so I'm sorry then, but yeah, just explaining what's your view, what's your view of the world, and your view of good quality software and so on. And yeah, then the good thing is also people will spread the word, so you are not the only person telling about UX and telling about what's the difference and why it's so important. So also in our, I would call it company-wide success stories, UX is mentioned now more often, and people are spreading the word, and that's great.
It's also a chance to explain it all over again, because you also have to just deal with it that there is someone who just really doesn't know the difference at all, because he or she just never had the chance to deal with it. So I imagine that's what they said, that you can bring it to the world and extend it and extend the knowledge about it.
Exactly.
Let me tell you that you got a lot of support on the Discord channel. So a lot of the audience just says, yeah, right, there has to be put more emphasis on UI and UX. They are telling you how great your talk was.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
And I think it's not only in the UX area. I think this can be applied on any subject, any area, every how should I call it? Every topic that is just started in a company and needs to evolve and needs some support.
That's really what our intention was: bringing examples on stage, empowering other women, being the example for other ones and encouraging someone else to do the same. We are running out of our Q&A time. I would like to have a last break before we reach our lightning talks. So everyone, please stay here for the lightning talks. We have an own channel dedicated to lightning talks, so you can also post your questions during the whole lightning talks go on. And well, I will come back later to the topic of that after a 10 minutes break. See you then, guys.
Bye.
And Daniela.